Hello everybody and welcome to Secret of Mana Randomizer Weekly Seed number 173. We got a matchup today between NeoKenshin and PyanoTheYoshi. We're going to be listening to Piano's gameplay. And we have our settings: vanilla long, restrictive logic, difficulty normal, complexity hard, starting with the girl and the boomerang. And guess what? It's only the girl. And we're gonna have more than the boomerang though. Hopefully we'll find more than the boomerang. We'll need to. What is this boomerang? Fire damage and extra intelligence and wisdom. We're also starting with the Flammie drum, so completely open world. But that's right, the allies, the other characters do not exist. We are doing a vanilla long, which means that we will need to find at most 3 different types of magics to get into the Grand Palace, since the girl can only cast Lumina, Salamando, oh, there's the bow, and Sylphid to target orbs. So at most 3 different elementals needed. We're starting with 0 gold, but Piano's going to come here and check the shop here in Potos just to make sure. Alright, the hood is available here. That'll be nice to come back to. Once you get 700 gold, that gives a good amount of defense as well as some evasion. NeoKenshin now taken off. Piano just walking south to check the hints here. But yeah, so we're starting with the Flammie drum. We are doing a vanilla long. We have chest drop frequency of highest and a chest trap frequency of high. We need Salamando. There's a hint there. Neo coming to the lighthouse here. The moon seed's in a town. All right, good information there for added power. You need Sylphid. Okay, so we know we need Salamando, we know we need Sylphid, probably we'll need Lumina as well. And nothing. The whip's in a chest, that's a good hint. Neo does not get anything from my brain stopped. from Picard. Neo now going into the upper land. And Piano roping back. Yep, needs Sylphid. Okay, roping back to the front of the haunted forest to get to Guy's Navel, and is getting stopped hard by these this werewolf and this goblin. Uh-oh. Oh, escapes with 3 health. Luna is in a late game area. That's good info as well. May need that to buff yourself with moon magic and Luna boost. There's an axe orb, and what else? 600 bucks. All right, almost enough to go back and buy that hood, but still some starting cash in the seed. Need Sylphid. All right, a lot of that. You need the same stuff over and over again. The only thing that we're really looking for to help with that is whether or not we need Lumina, but you can go ahead and bank on needing Lumina. Piano now coming to Kippo Village and checking out the shop here. Tiara is available, doesn't decide to buy it. All right, because Neo was the one that found the money, not Piano, but still info found. Neo is now in Matango and picks up a sword. Okay, we have a cutting weapon. So now we just need that whip that is late game. And then we will need Salamando and Sylphid, possibly Lumina as well. So yeah, interesting that we have a solo playthrough with the girl, which means that we don't have a whole lot of magic damage available to us. Not a lot of magical elements, but we do have the ability to change our weapons to be different magical elements. Neo coming to the shop here and seeing what is available. Piano picking up the axe and 600 bucks. Oh, we have a power wrist and we have a Cobra bracelet, but go ahead and pick up that power wrist. That +5 strength is going to be very helpful, considering we are going to be dealing, I feel like, mostly physical damage in a lot of these fights, unless something is weak to Lumina or Salamando, or, I mean, Sylphid doesn't even do damage. A little high five here from our runners as Piano lands and buys a power wrist as well, while Neo takes off. Speaking of elementals, the bosses are randomized, and we have random boss elements. We also have random enemies. And that is about it. Everything else seems pretty straightforward for the seed. Nothing on Turtle Island. Man, these 2 isolated NPCs on Turtle Island and at the lighthouse, what did you expect for them to have? They're out in the middle of nowhere. out in the ocean. I don't have anything to give to you. All right, Piano picks up his sword. So yeah, we're looking for the whip. We're looking for 3 elementals. That's basically it. Neo now coming to Taznica. Gonna fight the Dark Stalker here. And possibly pick up the hint from the king. Another interesting thing, you know, to be wary of when doing solo seeds is when bosses cast magic, or anybody else cast magic, if it targets the group as a whole. Oh wow, 1,600 bucks from... And a Fairy Walnut for Neo. So, and 400 gold. Okay, so Neo picks up 400 gold and a Fairy Walnut from that chest that gets dropped. Does not talk to the king. Piano picked up 1,600 gold from Mara. Mara actually has something for us this time. Thank you, Mara, for the shopping money. Piano now coming to Northtown to talk to Chrissy and also check out the shop. Still running around with 3 hit points. And Neo, where are you headed to now? All right, Chrissy, what do you got? Undine Magic, Northtown Ruins. Good hint there. And Neo is dropping into Ice Country. Piano checking out the shop here. All right, we've got some definitely affordable, nice armor. Axe's mid-game area. That is a hint from Rudolph. And the Dryad Seed. Okay, our first seed found. So that is a seed that we can turn in. Piano picking up some fancy overalls. So really good defense increase that'll last a good chunk of the seed. And Neo now coming to the Empire is going to land at Southtown to get 1,600 gold from Mara. Piano now headed up the right side of Northtown Castle to pick up these 2 freebie chests. We have a bow orb and a whip orb. And there is Neo's 1,600 gold. Very happy to see that. Uh-oh. We have, luckily, Piano has some, armor and does not get taken out by the Flappy Death, by the owl, or the... I think that was a wolf lord. That wasn't just a werewolf. Neo going to the Northtown Ruins first. Piano picking up this 3rd and final chest here. It is a whip orb. All right. And he's going to rope out. Neo headed up the left side of Northtown Ruins to get at least the 2 chests on the balconies. We'll see if he decides to dive the 3rd chest now or come back later for that. Piano also going to Northtown Ruins. Neo catching a silence before making his way out. Not a big deal right now. It's just kind of... God, there are a lot of owls. For random generated enemies, there's a bow orb. There sure have been a lot of owls. So Neo runs back in and ropes to get to the beginning of the ruins, and we'll head up the right side. Piano already on the right side. We'll see what he's going to be picking up. It may be Undine. It is. All right. So there's that hint fulfilled. Neo on his way to get Undine magic right now. Piano gonna head up the left side right now to pick up the... What was it? An orb of something. Was it a bow orb? I don't remember. It wasn't anything fancy. All right, there is Undine magic for Neo. Let's see if anybody decides to stick around. Bow orb. And Piano is menuing. Yep, he's out of here. Neo also menuing, also out of here. All right. Abandoning the 3rd chest in the back, it takes a while. It's like a minute and a half to dive that, something like that. So Piano headed north to Ice Country, and Neo now coming ever so slightly east, or west, excuse me, west. Axe in a mid-game area. Piano gets that hint and also picks up the Dryad Seed from Santa's house. Santa is holding on to a different seed of this game than the vanilla Santa. But Neo is now in Northtown Castle, has come to down to the basement first, the dungeon. Piano, this is one thing that Neo skipped so far is going to Ice Palace. So we'll see what this freebie is here. Neo headed up the right side now to pick up these 2 free checks. A glove orb. And we have a whip orb. And, uh-oh, Neo's getting locked down by this dark stalker that has appeared, and this wolf. He's taking ever so... Oh, he boomerang for boomerang. There's a bow orb. All right, you got to get out of there, man. He's getting bullied hard. Piano is coming now to the lighthouse to pick up his nothing from Picard at the top. Neo, luckily, is able to get out of that stun lock and rope out, and is taking to the skies. And nothing. Where to now? Oh my gosh, is Neo's coming to Pure Lands? This is early, I feel, a little bit. I mean, he could clear this whole thing because he has a cutting weapon, but I don't know, maybe there's something at this first boss that he'll just like divine, he'll luck into. I do not know. Piano coming to the southwestern section of the map. To Taznica. We'll be fighting the Dark Stalker here. But with no armor. Alright, what is our first boss here? Once again, we have random elements. It is a bull. All right. Piano also landing now at Turtle Island to get the nothing. Neo fighting a dark... Is this a, I guess, Minotaur? No, he had the stabby hands. I think this is the Gorgon Bull. I don't know, the Gorgon Bull normally, even with the color change... I'm trying to remember. This may be the Gorgon Bull. But anyway, is out of mana, it looks like, so Neo is just, you know, biding time, hiding behind this, this boulder in the ground, and is able to space this out. All right, our first orb here at Fire Palace is Sylphid, so Piano gets that information, can't go any further, calls Flammie down to leave. And is going to check the info here. Doesn't have the Moon Seed, but can at least see what the orb is locking the Moon Palace. Just picking up a little bit of info. And yeah, Neo seems to be... Oh, there it is. All right, first boss down here in the Pure Lands. We'll see the prize in just a second. Piano lets us know that Lumina is blocking the Moon Palace. And he's out of here. Way to go, Neo! Alright, our first boss kill here in the Pure Lands gets a Spear Orb and... Oh my gosh! Luna Magic! What a find! What an incredible find. Wow. Lunar Boost and Moon Energy. Absolutely incredible find. Alright, what do we have here? Nothing that Piano cares about. But he does care about these hints. Oh, also cares about leveling up the bow, it seems. Has that money, isn't spending it on anything else, so going ahead and leveling up the bow. And now headed north to get the hints. Neo making a hard save here at the first gate. And is headed to fight the first dragon at the Snow Dragon location. Now let's see what these hints are that Piano is picking up here. Moogle Belt is mid-game. Javelin is in a Mana Fortress. Okay, we have the Snapdragon here, and it looks like a dark Snapdragon. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we need The Water Seed's at a mana pedestal. Okay, we need all 3 elements. The Weapon Orbit Final Fire Palace. The Wind Seed is at Mech 3. Okay, so good information. Wind Seed is not going to be in play. The Wind Palace is not in play, so no leveling up infinitely there at the Wind Palace. But that also means that you don't have to be running around looking for that particular seed to turn it in. Also, knowing that Fire Palace is dead, you don't have to go through the whole thing and turn in the Fire Seed. Neo fighting another dark boss here, and seems to be handling it pretty well. Piano now coming to Guy's Navel. We got 4 freebies here, a couple of bosses, also the Earth Palace Orb to check out. And also now we know everything. We know that we need all 3 elements. Usually, with a girl-only seed, you need all 3. All right, there's a Glove Orb and a Whip Orb off of the second boss here. In Pure Lands. This is such a crazy early Pure Lands play. And Neo's continuing on. I mean, why not? All right, let's see what our freebie is here at the Magic Rope check. The Gold Key. All right. So that is a freebie that can be picked up right now. Neo boosting up some moon energy before heading into the boss, whatever is at Axe Beak here. And we have a Gygus. Is it a Dark Gygus? It looks like a Dark Gygus. Neat. A Whip Orb from Watts. God, that's 3 dark bosses now that we've seen. And Neo's just unbothered. A Javelin Orb. Alright, and let's see what Earth Palace is blocked by. Salamando. And now Piano diving down into the hole. And get some fat stacks. But is not going to fight the boss. Maybe make a save. Maybe do some shopping before committing. Did Neo buy some armor at some point that I missed, perhaps? Well, he did go to, Oh, wow. Piano finding a Tiger Crown here, so that's good. Yeah, I think Neo found his money at Moogle Village and then went to Matango and was able to afford the tiara. So I think that's what's kind of blocking this fire breath and everything like that. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. He had dodged a couple of shots, and it's like, how's he dodging stuff? Yeah, Piano's making a hard save here to save scum some bosses. And, alright, this Fire Gygus, this Dark Fire Gygus is out of magic. Neo's gonna do a quick heal here with... Oh my gosh, and here we... God, everything is dark. Everything is shade. Shade-flavored. Shade-coated. Piano fighting his own Dark Snapdragon here. Neo takes down his 3rd boss here in Pure Lands. Just the full send to Pure Lands in the earliest possible way. Piano getting down to 1 health and goes, eep! Time out, hold on. Big breath. All right, back at it with his upgraded bow. Neo picks up a bow orb and a spirit orb. All right, so far Luna has been the only helpful thing. And now these enemies, now that he's kind of leveled up, the enemies have also leveled up, and that means that Neo is going to be taking some hits. So he's got to be real careful against these next 3 bosses if he's going to be committing to it, and he is. He's headed into the Fire Dragon Den. Also with just like level 0 weapons. All right. It's dark. Javelin Orb. Nothing. And a Javelin Orb. Double Javelin Orb. Piano doesn't keep that. Knows that the Javelin is not going to be showing up until the Mana Fortress. So, unnecessary to keep those 2 orbs. Neo realizes that a Dark Dragon is at Fire Dragon and goes, nah, I don't want to fight this. And leaves. But finds Luna, which is huge. And has done half of Pure Land, so can skip that later. So, I think it's very much worth it. All right. This is a Gorgon Bull. If this is a friggin' dark Gorgon Bull, that may be Salamando. I think that coloring is Salamando. It's very difficult to tell. Has Piano paused and taken a look at what the status is on this, the effect of the bow is that he has? I have no clue. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Salamando. Not that, you know, he's cast anything. Neo picks up the Whip Orb from Watts and is now in Guy's Navel himself. He's going to go pick up the rest of the freebies here. All right. And down goes this Fire Gorgon Bull. Piano surviving with 3 health. Oh, right. No, 3 health from the save. Just didn't heal from last time. Just went in and was like, I won't get hit. 3 health. I'll be fine. A bow orb and what else? Nothing. Nope, not keeping that. All right, both bosses here are unhelpful. Both of them had nothings in their inventory. There's the gold key for Neo. But also just some orbs that just didn't help with anything. All right, and that is Guy's Navel fully cleared for Piano. Neo is on his way back to Dwarf Village now. And Piano comes to Pandora, still with only 3 health. Is going to go through the ruins. There's a Javelin Orb from the Elder, and Neo's going to drop down and get the money here from this chest, and may continue on to fight the boss. We'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he's going to rope up, and potentially go shopping. So, yeah, Piano's just going to run through. Level 1, fancy hat, fancy overalls. Feeling invincible. Neo gets the information that Earth Palace is blocked by a Salamando Orb. And let's see what he decides to do. He could upgrade the bow. He could go shopping. Yeah, he's going to go check out the shop here. He's going to be ecstatic to see... Uh-oh. Piano, you going to survive this? Yeah, only 1. But... little wag of the finger there. A few more of those, and you're not going to be liking it. Neo picks up... what are we picking up? Tiger Cap. Always a good decision. Oh, no. Did he not have any armor? He was just like... was Neo just dodging stuff? I mean, it's in the name. It makes sense that he was just dodging stuff without any armor. Oh my gosh, is this a non-shade boss? This is a Lumina, it looks like. Lumina, dragon. Neo coming to Watts now to upgrade the bow. And Piano is just sitting comfortably underneath the dragon. Yeah, Neo sinks all 3 orbs into that bow. Let's see what he gets here. He's going to check the level. What? It's our Elven bow. Agility, chance to confuse. But also, extra damage. That's a big thing, too. All right, down goes the dragon. And that is Pandora Ruins cleared, which will drop a couple of checks and open up the treasury room in Pandora Castle. Neo's going to be taken off in just a second. We have a glove orb and an axe orb. So Piano hasn't checked either shop here. The first shop that's usually open. The second shop now that has been cracked open from defeating this boss. Let's see if he takes a moment to look at both of them. Yes. No, never mind. He's instead going to talk to the Pokemon lady. Neo has come to Gold Island to go into the Light Tower and pick up Sylphid. All right, there is our first required magic. And that is also access into Fire Palace, though Neo does not have that info yet. All right, what does the girl have? Nothing. And that's it. Neo is leaving. Maybe? Question mark? I don't know. All right, what do we got? A Spear Orb. A Javelin Orb. A Boomerang Orb. The Dark Seed. A Sword Orb. And an Axe Orb. So you got a Dark Seed out of that. Everything else is kind of hogwash. Ugh. Neo pumping himself up before fighting this first boss here in the light tower. And it's friggin' Dark Gygus. Wow, wow, wow. Are we sure that everything's randomized? You really can't tell. With randomizers, you never can tell if things are really randomized. Piano now coming to Gold Island, bringing that gold key here to crack into the light tower. Is going to make a save real quick before heading on in. Is going to be happy to find Sylphid. Neo's still slapping away and dealing some good damage here. And the Gygus is out of mana. Piano picking up his Sylphid. And Piano will be starting his fight against the Dark Gygus in just a moment. Here we go. Alright. Dark Gygus is down for Neo. Piano has a little ways to go in this fight. We'll see if it's worthwhile in just a moment. There's a Whip Orb. And what, oh what, is in the second chest? Another Whip Orb. Alright. Neo bails and does not check the shop, just leaves. He has not done Pandora yet, although it is a bunch of nothing. I mean, it's a Dark Seed, but yeah. Neo's coming back to Northtown Ruins. Alright, and the Dark Gygus goes down for Piano. We'll be picking up 2 Whip Orbs here. We'll see if he decides to save scum this fight and then just run back in and get Sylphid. Neo is sending it all the way to the back of Northtown Ruins right now. Just very decisive, like, I'm going here, I'm doing this. Alright, we'll keep track. There's a Whip Orb. We'll see if Piano keeps this chest as well. May save scum. Yes, okay. So gonna save scum, that boss fight, and both Whip Orbs. Is gonna run back in and get Sylphid in just a second, though. Neo getting ballooned in one of these rooms, making it through. Okay, Piano runs back in and picks up Sylphid Magic and bails. Neo getting ballooned between rooms. Pretty great. Walking in to a room and just taking a nice brain break. Oh, and then getting slept. Slept and ballooned. Awesome. 10 out of 10. Alright, Piano picking up Sylphid, knowing that Sylphid Orb is blocking the first chest. Immediately jets back to Fire Palace. Okay, cracking open this orb, and then Neo is almost to the switch in the back of Northtown Ruins. Alright, there's the switch hit for Neo. So this will give him access to a chest, and we'll see if he decides to continue with fighting bosses here. A Spear Orb. Alright, so nothing spectacular. So what is our next orb? It is also Sylphid. Alright, so that's good. Piano knows that Fire Palace Final is just a weapon orb. It's dead. So this will be all 3 chests from Fire Palace cleared out. Some money, and we have one more chest to check. Neo taking out some frustration on this zombie, and is going to be opening this chest in the back. It's a Sword Orb. And the third chest in Fire Palace is Salamando. All right. So, Salamando in Fire Palace. Hilarious. So now we're just looking for Lumina and the Whip. It would be nice to also find Gnome. Piano could, at some point, go to Pure Lands, fight the first boss, get Luna. We'll just see how that goes. But that is everything that is necessary, or everything that would be helpful in Fire Palace. Piano coming back to Potos. Drop down and fight the Mantis Ant. Neo taking his time to push some of these enemies aside. Leveling up the bow, it would seem, to get higher charge shots. All right, do we have another dark boss? Oh, it's a tiger. It is, I guess this would be Dryad. Spiky Tiger. Or Blue Spike. Don't really know on the coloring yet. Oh, my bad. This is Sylphid. This is an air tiger. And it is a Blue Spike. All right, so that's why it looks green. Because it is yellow on top of blue. That's how colors work. Now you're all art majors or something. I don't know. All right, Blue Spike. Or Green Spike. Goes down. Baja Blast Spike. Neo still pushing through. Almost to the Doom Wall boss fight. Just has to get through this one room here. All right, will this be save scummed for Piano? Sword Orb and Glove Orb. Yep. Save scum. See ya. Oh my gosh, the wall! It's so bright! Ah! Neo getting some buffs up. And this could be Lumina or this could be possibly Undine. But Neo letting the bow charge up before unleashing a big crit. 250 damage. Piano coming to the Sunken Continent right now. And fighting, I don't know what this is. Big old green axe beak. Oh, yep. We've got a Dryad beak. Luckily we have the bow here. The bow is great against this boss, because you can just kind of hit it from whatever angle. And down he goes. Slight heal here on the Doom Wall. Neo recasts Moon Energy to get some guaranteed crits. Piano will be turning in the Dryad Seed in just a second. And this is a necessary boss to take out since this is a vanilla long goal. Here's a Bow Orb. So these bosses will be kept. All right, turning in the Dryad Seed yields us what? 1,400 bucks and another Bow Orb. All right, keep leveling up that bow. And we have another, this is our fourth dark Snapdragon. So that's fun. I mean, Piano has tons of armor right now. Tons of survivability. He's gonna check what... Doesn't really have anything necessarily good physically against this boss. Going ahead and casting a Fire Bouquet. Could get it at least up to level 1 after a few casts here. Uh-oh. Getting et. May not take any damage from this, though. Pretty high defense right now on Piano. Yeah. Oh! Getting sunlocked by the long tongue of the law, or something like that. I don't know. Don't ever say that again. All right, the Doom Wall goes down for Neo. One boss down, one to go. Also, potentially a good hint from Diluc? We'll see. Boomerang Orb and 1,200 bucks. Piano firing arrows over the head of this, our short king. And decides to switch to the sword. Neo, not even bothering with Diluc. Oh, never mind. Is gonna bother with Diluc. He's running past and goes, wait a minute. The glove is in the upper land. All right. That's actually good info for him because he's already beaten 3 of the bosses. So he's like, okay, well, one of the last 4 checks there is going to be a glove. Like, that's less of an incentive to get back there. Snake! We got a slippery snake here. At the vampire fight in the back, the way back of the Northtown Ruins. And what do we have here? Danger Noodle Feelers, Luna. Well, golly gee, I got Luna. Boomerang Orb. And a Bow Orb. For Piano for defeating the Dark Lizard. So those bosses were necessary to take out, just in general. And that's everything. Piano is not going to fight whatever boss is at Watermelon. And can't do anything else right now in Sunken Continent. Neo taking full advantage of... So yeah, this is... If it... this snake fears Luna, that means it is a Dryad Great Viper. Piano coming back to Matango to level up weapons. No. Is going to... Well, it's going to make a save and see if maybe... Well, he doesn't have the whip, so I don't know what he thinks he can do here. Oh, Neo gets Shrinky-Dinked. Is in a dire predicament here. Luckily has medical herbs and also has Undine, so can get out of here. Oh, Piano was making a save before leveling up the weapons, deciding whether or not he wants to keep them. Gotcha. Oh, Piano isn't going to look at these weapons. He's just going to make a save. All right, well, he's committed to those weapons now. Okay, neat. I wonder if he's come back here for a particular item. No, just came back. I guess this is the closest Watts that he could think of. Neo's still slapping down this Viper and stealing some health from him. Dealing some extra damage there with that Luna weapon, the Moon Sword. All right, Piano's coming back, I guess, to fight whatever's at Watermelon. Neo throwing down the Fairy Walnut that he picked up for free off of some dropped enemy. Oh my gosh, another friggin' Dark Gygus. The 38th one we've seen today. 38 Gyguses, Dark Gyguses, in as many minutes as the seed has gone on. Oh, this one's a Thunder Gygus. That's the difference. It's still a Dark Gygus, but this one's not a Fire Gygus that's Shade. It's a Thunder Gygus that's Shade. It's a very distinctly different thing, Crash, and I'd like for you to acknowledge that and accept it and respect it. What a stupid game. Neo casting another bout of... cast some sleep on himself. Goodnight Moons himself. All right, and wow, he quickly gets up from that. I guess it's because the snake was attacking him and he dodged the attack and it caused the character to get up. That's all I can think. Unless he knows some secret about how to get out of sleep faster than normal. All right, the Viper goes down. That is Northtown Ruins fully cleared for Neo. What is he gonna get? It's a Whip Orb and... All right, there's the axe. So... not a required weapon necessarily, but that will give him access to, he can now get to LNA's castle, since he doesn't have the whip. He can now go through Undersea Continent. He can now go and get the 2 checks from, the 2 free chests from Dark Palace. And also just another weapon to level up. All right, Neo now coming to the, yeah, and immediately getting that axe and coming to Sunken Continent is going to crack open the undersea area. Piano finally takes down the Dark Thunder Gygus. OC, do not steal. Dark Thunder Gygus. It's different. Let's see if he decides to keep this. Javelin Orb is useless. Sword Orb, nah. Yep, hard reset. Not worth it. All right, and what do we have here? Blocked by the axe. It is... Oh my god! Are you serious? So you have to go all the way to the back of Northtown Ruins to get the axe to get Lumina. So Neo just needs to pick up Salamando, which he can right now. He just needs to go to Fire Palace. He doesn't know that right now. So Neo is a visit from Fire Palace and finding the whip late game, right? Was that the hint? Piano now is coming back to Northtown Ruins. This is the play. Neo landing in Pandora. He hasn't done Pandora! 40 minutes in. He's like, well, you know what I should do? I should do Pandora. I said, I should run into this random citizen's home. Bust in and be like, oh, I'm sorry. And then leave. just to mess with them. All right, what do we have at the shop here? Both runners have tons of money since they're only buying, they only have one mouth to feed. A chain vest is a slight improvement over what you have, but you can afford better. You just need to find better. Yeah, Piano is now on the course, on the path to get the axe as well, which will then lead to Lumina. But where, oh where, is the whip? All right, Piano hitting the switch here in the back of Northtown Ruins, while Neo is now entering Pandora Ruins. So we got our two flavors of ruins. Piano gets reversed on the way through the door and preemptively starts running backwards after the transition from one room to the next. All right, the third chest is not exciting. It's a sword orb. Very different styles of play. Piano being very methodical and going, okay, well, let me get this hint. And now that I have this hint, let me go here. All right, now I have this access. Let me go clear this out as much as I can. And Neo is just like, hint schmint. Like, I go off a feel. I'm just going to go do this thing. I feel it's right. And it has been for a lot of it. He has Luna. I can't believe that. Going to Pure Lands at like 11 minutes and getting Luna off of the first boss is wild. All right. Neo is now fighting the Lumina Dragon here. It's not going to lead to anything exciting except for that Dark Seed. And Piano now fighting the Lumina Wall. Or possibly Undine Wall? I don't know. Once again, the colorizing. I think this is Undine. You can tell by the eyeliner. The eyeliner is a little bit more blue than it is pure light. I don't know what you would call it. Neo's dragon has just fucked off for a little bit. All right. And decides to reset and possibly go back in and... Oh my gosh, is he just going to bail on it? He's just going to go, nah, I don't want to fight this dragon. Well, fortunately, it only leads to Dark Seed. Hopefully, the Dark Seed is not necessary. It is crazy to think that he's going, no, I don't want to get the orb, the weapon orb here, and whatever their drop. He also doesn't even go into the castle to get the freebie from the girl. Completely forgets and abandons that. That could have been something. It was, in fact, nothing. Or at least it wasn't anything important. Yeah, the only thing that was in Pandora is the Dark Seed. And if that doesn't lead to... if turning in the Dark Seed... Well, I mean, at this point, you need the whip and the axe in order to turn in the Dark Seed. And it's like, just get whip for go mode at this point. Neo's going to level up some weapons here. So Neo needs the whip and needs to go to Fire Palace. Piano needs the whip and will be getting the axe after the next boss, and then can go use that to get Lumina. All right, Neo levels up some of the weapons here and is going to do a little bit of shopping, while Piano defeats the first boss here, picks up a boomerang orb, and 1,200 bucks. Piano does not bother talking to Diluc. Doesn't want to hear it. Piano fighting the Dryad Snake here. Boom! Big crit here. Out the gate. Good luck aiming at this wiggling snake. You gotta coax it. You gotta lead the target a little bit, since the bow is so slow to actually fire. Neo coming back to Matengo now to do a little bit of shopping. Maybe this is a little better for him. Oh, just picks up whatever 6 or 7 fairy walnuts and goes, yeah, I don't. Once again, who needs armor? You know, not me. I'd much rather have a handful of walnuts. They're magic walnuts. They help. No, Neo heading away from the desert. And is going to try to go... Yep, cut down the barricade here to go to Elena's castle. Going through the haunted forest. Piano waiting. Oh. Doesn't wait long enough. The snake sat there for a long time. There you go. Fire away. Alright, the barricade is cut down by Neo, and he is on to the rest of the haunted forest. Nope. Piano was going to fire, and gets stopped by the snake. Oh, fires over. What was that shot? That should have hit. Somehow fired over the snake's head. He was a little in front of it, I think. But, like, come on. Yeah, okay, Piano gives up and just on the idea of hitting him with the bow, even though the bow's dealing some damage. The sword is at least more consistently going to hit. And so over time, you're going to deal more damage because you're just hitting every single pass. There it is. All right. Great Viper goes down for Piano. That is going to be the axe. And what orb? A whip orb. All right. So that's a good find for Piano, since that will lead to Lumina once he eventually decides to go to Undersea Continent. But then where is the whip? Indeed. Piano taking the whip and immediately going to Dark Palace. This is a good choice. 2 freebies here to check. And Neo getting stopped by a chair on the stairs here. Just trying to get through, just trying to push him aside. All right, first switch hit by Piano here in Dark Palace. And Neo says, I'm sick of these fucking chairs. I'm gonna shatter this thing. Get it out of my face. In fact, I'm ready to crit the next person that gets in my way. They're gonna feel it. Boom. All right, our first chest here in Dark Palace is $1,000. And back in for the second chest here behind the portcullis. Neo picking up some royal gem off this drop here. And just messing up these guys. A glove orb. All right, nothing in Dark Palace. Yeah, Neo stopping and spending a little bit of time killing some enemies here. I guess to grind. Oh, the gate was already up. Throws the gate down on himself. Like, no, I changed my mind. Put the gate back up. Oh, and now it's Piano's turn, with the axe is going to head into the haunted forest towards Elena's castle. And Neo is almost through, has one more room to get through. Let's see if he'll decide to talk to the doll to get the good hint before fighting the boss. Piano making a save here, just in case the castle is a bunch of garbage, can undo the boss fight and everything else along the way, while Neo, on the other hand, is just reveling in murdering everything in his path. Alright, here we go. It's the hint. Gnome spells, late game. Wow. unhelpful. That is so many places. That could be back in Pure Lands. That could be Undersea Continent. That could be the chest on the second floor. That could be on the of the Grand Palace. That could be on the Mana Fortress. Like that could be at Moon Palace. Like, that's so many places. All right, we have another Danger Noodle here at Elena's Castle, and this is a horrible battle arena to fight the snake here because it just fucks off and flies away through the walls, and you have very little time and space to actually attack it. Piano has made it through the forest and is now inside of the castle. Now this is, it looks like, well, he's dealing decent damage. I guess this is another Dryad Viper. I mean, he's dealing decent damage right now. Uh-oh. Pigmeat. Uh-oh, you gotta get out of there. you gotta undo that. Drastically reduces your defense when you get shrunk like that. Woo! All right. And for good measure, just to top up, eat a candy too. All right, Piano has made it through the castle. He's gonna check this hint real quick and realize that Gnome is just somewhere else out there. Unhelpful. Neo decides to switch to the boomerang. I guess just decides I'm not dealing enough damage with the sword, but that boomerang is just so hard to aim. I mean, yeah. Piano, taking a second to look through stuff, is going to first cast Fire Bouquet. See what kind of damage this does. 80, okay. May have a chance to get it leveled up during this fight. Nah, maybe one more cast of it. No magic left. All right, but still, that was a good, like, 200 plus damage. That was just kind of for free right there. Oh, and a crit. Why, thank you. Neo switched back to the sword here. Realized the boomerang was just not a good time, not a good choice. And he's getting some crits now, thanks to that moon energy. Oh! A little bit of an early swing there for Piano. Alright, there's Sarcast. Yeah, this is another Dryad snake. No damage done, it's just annoying. Right, Neo is loaded with Fairy Walnuts and decides to load back up on Moon Energy. Alright, some big crits now coming out of Neo. If the snake would just stay put. Oh, and he gets slept. Frustrating. Piano just consistently just chipping away. Just every pass. A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage added up. Neo getting napped again. A second time. Super fun. Piano Snake has disappeared and also sleeps him now. Awesome. Neat. This is some gameplay right here. It's just people taking naps. Alright. Wow, Piano takes out his Viper first. Alright, Whip Orb. I'm not going to mark it yet, because it may be something that Piano doesn't decide to keep. 2 chests here. So we got a Whip Orb, and what else? The Whip, and a Boomerang Orb, yes. Alright, so this is going to be Go Mode. Oh wait, for neither of them, because Piano needs to go to Undersea Continent, the first chest, to get Lumina. Neo needs to go get the 3rd chest out of Fire Palace to get Salamando. Oh, this is promising. I wonder if Piano is going to check the Nope. Headed to the left. So this should be go mode for Piano. Oh, never mind. Cutting back to the right. I don't know. Whenever I see people go down the left and right sides, Neo finally takes down. Yeah, he's going. So he's hoping that the chest here on the second floor that is accessible with the whip is Lumina, and it's close. All right, there's the whip and a boomerang orb. So Neo just needs to go to Fire Palace, and Piano just needs to go right next door to get the first chest in Undersea Continent. Piano using a long-range weapon to open up the portcullis here, and is going to check this chest. It's a javelin orb, not what he wants to see. Neo coming to Matango. All right, here it is. Piano will be hitting go mode right now. Neo leveling up some weapons. Lumina, right there. And that is Piano in go mode. Has Lumina, has Sylphid, has Salamando, has a cutting weapon, has the whip. Is ready to... Oh. Probably Piano is leaving to go buy some fairy walnuts so that he can one-shot. Yep. Headed to Matango right now to buy some fairy walnuts so that he has enough magic to get through the Mana Palace all at once. And Neo heading into the desert? Yes. All right. Yeah, and he is landing. He'll be able to open up both of these. They are both blocked by Sylphid. So Neo is now on his path towards being in go mode. He will be finding Salamando at the third chest here. Dragon damage, agility, stone, and earth. Pretty nice bow there. All right, here is the first orb here at Fire Palace. Piano making a save. And Neo trying to... There it is. All right. Balloons open the first orb here. He gets caught by an imp throwing fireball. What is happening? Oh, is Piano looking for... Piano's in go mode, right? Sylphid, Salamando, Lumina, cutting weapon, whip. I guess just wants to possibly get Gnome or some more seeds. I guess? But is in go mode, right? Question mark? Is going to pick up 1,000 gold here. Neo cracking open the second orb here, which is also a Sylphid orb. Piano hitting the switch. Yeah, gonna go turn in the Dark Seed. 600 bucks for Neo. I guess Piano is thinking, like, here's something that I can do that has 4 checks in it, right? I get 2 things from the chests, I can turn in the Dark Seed, and then, like, then I can send it to the end of the game if I want to. Piano did not get the chest out of the... Yeah, turn around. Nope, turn around. What? Did Piano not get the chest out of the portcullis? I don't think so. I do not think so. Not that it is anything. Okay. I mean... tactical skip. I don't know. Alright. Here comes Piano's fight against the slime. Neo spending a lot of time killing enemies for reasons. I mean, I guess it levels him up and gives him a larger mana pool. That's one way of thinking about it, but I just think it's unnecessary. All right, Salamando magic. Neo, crossing the 1 hour mark, is in go mode. Piano fighting the lime slime here. Yeah, okay, Neo has a single seed, but has everything else to complete the seed. So let's see if he decides to just book it to Sunken Continent. Yep, that is what he's doing. He's just, I mean, he has, I guess, 6 more Fairy Walnuts in his possession right now, so he should be able to just do the thing. And I hope this pays off for Piano. This is a weird choice to be in go mode and go, well, hold on a second. I'm in go mode when I say I'm in go mode. Yep, Neo is in the Grand Palace now and is ready to clear everything out. Piano having a nice long fight here with Lime Slime. I hope it's worth it. All right, Lime Slime goes down. He'll be able to turn in that Dark Seed. Neo cracking open. Has no magic. You have no mana! Well, hold on. Let me eat this festive Fairy Walnut. Now I have the mana. All right, Piano. What you getting here? Is it worthwhile? It's a Bow Orb and the Midge Mallet and the Earth Seed. All right. Well, you got another seed. Okay. What are you doing? Go do the thing. Neo cracks open the second orb. Piano, when was the last hard save you did? Matango, okay, just basically, I guess, undoes Dark Palace. That's, yeah, he just wanted to go there. So he did not even keep that seed. What were you expecting to find? I guess Gnome? I guess Gnome is in a late game area and there are 4 late game checks there. 2 chests and then you get 2 for turning in the Dark Seed. Was just hoping that was Gnome. And now landing back at Matango. Meanwhile, Neo is just climbing up. This one is Sylphid. Piano buying some consumables before heading out into the grand final adventure. Making another save. What is going on? Saves to get his 1 hit point back, I guess? I don't know. Or maybe he wasn't at full mana yet? Okay, I think that was the issue. All right, 4 orbs have been taken down by Neo in the Grand Palace. 3 to go. There's the Portcullis hit. And yep, Piano headed beelining for the southeast, dropping into the Sunken Continent area. We've got another Sylphid here. So that is 5 orbs down. Yeah, that's all I can think is Piano had that hint that Gnome was late game and decided, let me clear Dark Palace and hope that that's it. All right, another Lumina orb here. Piano cracking open his first orb. And Neo has to run around this room real quick before getting to the 7th and final orb. Both of our players have pretty good defense right now. I think that Piano has better armor. Because I don't know what... I know Neo has a Tiger Cap, but I don't know what body armor he has. All right, our 7th and final orb is Lumina. Now, another thing, Neo has not fought any bosses here. So he'll have to fight the, what was it? It was some sort of chicken, Springbeak or Axebeak. I'm trying to remember what flavor it is. But then we also have another dark, biting lizard or whatever it is, dragon lizard, in the basement. Oh yeah, this one is Dryad? Question mark? Yeah. All right, Neo doing what Neo does, has been doing this entire seed, and is loading up on moon energy with his single mana seed. And is using the boomerang. I mean, good damage. Can't argue with it. Oh. the bird jumps deftly over the boomerang assault that is attempted. And Springbeak says, "Sit down. Shut up. Don't do that to me." All right, that is 6 orbs for Piano. Neo taking a really long nap in the corner there. Get up. Neo installing some Moon Saber and Moon Energy on the boomerang. Piano hitting these last switches to get to the 7th and final orb here in the Grand Palace. All right, 1 boss down for Neo. He'll be able to turn in the Dryad Seed and then have to fight the biting lizard that is at Hexus. And then both of them will be on to... Oh, Piano misreads the room, literally. And thinks that this is Sylphid, but it's not. It's Lumina. It's way too bright. All right, turning in the Dryad Seed. It's 1,400 bucks and a bow orb. Wow, look at all these bow orbs. All right. Here comes Neo's fight against the dark biting lizard. He's just going to throw out some lucent beams. Piano picking up some Royal Jam, trying to level up, I guess, before fighting the next boss. Picking up a punch to the gut. Ugh! My tummy. Oh. He seemed to say. All right, Neo casting Lightsaber on his boomerang. You know they have the boomerang lightsabers in Star Wars? You throw it and it goes through a person, it comes back and you catch it and it cuts your hand off. Just a genius weapon. Don't know if those exist. Maybe they do. I don't see why not. All right, Neo's about to get past because Piano has already taken out this boss and is headed to the back to fight whatever is at Mech 3. And we got a spicy Mantis Ant here. Neo casting another Lucent Beam, trying to take down this lizard here. Throwing down another Fair Walnut. Piano getting the Mantis Ant to reposition so that he can take shelter behind Elliot's bumping rump and fire strategically from behind half cover. All right, Mantis Ant goes down for Piano just as Leo gets into his fight against the Mantis Ant, realizes that it is a Salamando boss, goes ahead and casts Frost Orb on his weapon and starts charging up. Nope, and gets knocked out, is holding on to that. We got a Javelin Orb, and we got a Wind Seed. Right. That was one thing that was known, was a seed was here. Piano analyzing this chest to get rid of the trap. Nope, it's a bomb. Alright, Mantis Ant goes down for Neo. What is Piano actually doing right now? What is the game plan? I don't know what he's looking for. Javelin Orb and the Wind Seed. So that is the second seed for Neo. What is Piano looking for? Is he trying to level something up before head? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Neo's gonna go shop. Headed to Matango right now. 1,100 gold for Piano. Was that what he was wanting? No, he's continuing on. Never mind, Neo is actually coming to Kakara. This is a shop that has not been visited yet. Has 5,000 gold. Oh my gosh. Loading up on Fairy Walnuts. Can't really afford anything else, but some great armor here. And is going to level up some weapons as well. Piano picking up some more money. Is that what he wanted? Was more money to level up the weapons, perhaps? Or is looking to have enough to buy a specific piece of armor? Or just have enough to refresh consumables? I don't know. He's got a plan, I assume. There's a very deliberate choice there to do all of that. Neo coming now to... Oh, there's a unicorn helm. Could have afforded that. Man, yeah, never mind. Neo has not upgraded any armor. Oh yeah, Piano just wanted enough money to refresh Fairy Walnuts. Gotcha. Okay. Good choice. Neo abandoning the power wrist, but upgrading from the Kung Fu suit to the Kung Fu dress. So that's good, increased armor, and both of them are calling Flammie and headed to the Mana Fortress, ready to go through the end of the game. Oh wow, they are landing at the same time. Now, this is pod racing. No, this is gonna be awesome. This comes down to, I mean, like, Piano getting silenced there by a randomly generated owl that Neo may not run into. This is wild that it has come down to this. There's been so much interest, so many interesting divergences, and also not only in like pickups in the order that they pick them up, but also in the choices made at the end of the game to prepare for going through the Mana Fortress. Neo stopping to pick up some money, I guess, trying to push this snowman out of the way. You don't need to fight anything. You need to get going is what you need to do. You need to get on the move. Well, or you need to take a nap. Now is not the time to fight enemies. Now is the time to hoof it. Now is the time to take another nap. Our Piano's coming to the first sea of crystals here. All right, into the first boss, we have Piano. And it is a Gorgon Bull. And what kind is it? Is it going to change colors? Doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh, friggin' shade. Gorgon Bull, of course. Of course it is. Everything is shade. Neat. Piano sitting catty corner off to the side to be able to still slap the Gorgon Bull but not trigger any attacks from him. Is dealing very little damage, but is dealing consistent damage. That's the big thing, and the Gorgon Bull is not retaliating. Also now switching into the secondary phase. Neo has now made it through the first section of the Mana Fortress and is about to drop into the first boss. Alright, here we go. Boss fights simultaneously. Uh-oh. We got a stun lock multicast going on for Piano. Oh, here comes another. Another Dark Force. Here comes a bunch of other casts. Neo charging up in the corner. Has a light saber boomerang ready to go. Uh-oh, but gets his charge dispelled. And gets his light saber dispelled. Waited too long. Now no magic. Man, switch away from the boomerang, my dude. So the big difference here is that Piano is several levels lower than Neo is, which means one, lower mana pool, but also lower stats for the enemies that he's fighting. But to counter that, Neo has Luna. All right, first boss taken down by Piano. We're gonna find the javelin here at some point. There it is. All right, into the second section of the Mana Palace. Neo casting some Lucent Beams against this Dark Gorgon Bull here. Dealing some good damage, wow. 300 damage is a nice pop. One more cast available. Alright, that'll do it. The Gorgon Bull goes down via magic against Neo. Piano also grinding some enemies along the way. Thinking about shooting that book. And goes, no, never mind, book, you live this time. Neo picking up the javelin and is headed into the second section of the Mana Fortress. Piano about to start his fight against the second boss, the Dread Slime. Not dealing a whole lot of damage against this boss. Uh-oh, that's not a good weapon. That may be a dark weapon or something like that. You need to switch to something else. Testing out the axe. That's double digits. It is, what was that, like 16? This is better than 1. All right, Neo has made it through the second section and is about to drop into the second boss fight against his own Dread Slime. Let's see how he decides to handle this. Piano now switching to the bow, trying to find something that deals damage. 30 damage. All right, that's something. Neo. All right, this is where things may change because Neo has Luna and is charging up for a big attack with this boomerang. Yep, 200 damage. Piano getting some better hits with this bow here. All right, Neo is going to recast Moon Energy And yeah, I think he's taken the lead in this fight as far as damage. Well, no, Piano's slime is a little bit larger, which means it's taken more damage. Dealing consistent damage with that bow, though. I mean, Piano, yeah, is dishing it out. Just slowly but surely whittling it down. Oh my gosh, Piano has been stopped multiple times mid-bow shot by Acid Storm. It's really annoying. Neo with another cast of Moon Energy. Both slimes growing gargantuan. Almost to the point of breaking. There it is. Piano's slime goes down. Neo is charging up for a big attack. Blam! And down goes Neo. Okay, we've got both slimes dying within 5 seconds of each other. We're back! We're back to being neck and neck. We've got the last section of the Mana Fortress to go through, and then 2 bosses. Something at Lich, don't know what. My guess is that it'll be a Shade Gygus, or possibly a Shade Biting Dragon, because we've seen so many of them so far. Oh, hey, it's Gnome! There's Gnome! Oh my gosh! Piano has to be kicking himself right now. I mean, you can't know. You can't know. When you have the hint, Gnome is late game, and you go, oh, well, I have the Dark Seed, I have the Axe, I have the Whip. That's 4 checks, I can go do that real fast. But Gnome is just sitting at Dread Slime up in the fucking sky. What a bunch of bullshit. What a troll seed. All right, both Neo and Piano get the zoomies late in the game and are on their way through the back portion of the Mana Fortress. So this is going to be huge for Neo because he has weapons that he can charge up very high that he's been using the whole game and is leveled up. And he has now Luna and Gnome. He has, I think, 4 Fairy Walnuts left. Piano, on the other hand, does not have Luna. But still is a few levels below Neo. Yeah, 5 Fairy Walnuts left. And Neo has 1 more mana total in the pool. I don't know if that'll make a big difference. Well, if he casts Speed Up, that means he can cast Moon Energy 5 times. We have a Sylphid Vampire? Sylphid Buffy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because that is, I believe, a, golly, that's so much damage. All right, both of them are getting huge crits against. But I think the big difference is, well, no. Lucid Barrier, okay. So not a Dark Bow. Well, I don't know. I guess he was, I don't know what those crits were. That he was just getting big, like just got a couple of big crits. I guess just lucky. Neo can force crits with Moon Energy. So I guess Piano just rocked in and started dishing out some good damage. So now it comes down to, you know, how can you get through Lucid Barrier, whether or not the boss casts it and you have to deal with it, and then also landing shots. The boomerang is going to be a little bit better than for this, but I mean, still the bow, like, all right, Piano getting grabbed, not taking any damage, but just taking a little bit of a little bit of time loss. All right, Buffy goes down for Piano. Neo's should be following shortly. There's a big crit for Neo. And here we are. We're about to drop in to fight the Mana Beast. All right, and there goes Buffy for Neo. So we're about to fight the Mana Beast simultaneously. And the big difference is that Neo has Luna. So will it make enough of a difference in this fight? I think it will. I really think it will. I think that this is going to make a big difference because they both don't have a whole lot of seeds. So there's not a large level of casting going on. There's not really any like damage that they can cast. Checking out 2,600 health. Piano's had slightly less. I didn't see how much it was. The other thing, though, since the Mana Beast fears Luna, Neo could also cast Luna magic on his weapon. So it could not only have Moon energy for dealing assured crits, but also have a Moon Saber. All right, 200 damage, so that's... you know, you need about another 11 of those to get through this boss. But you are the only target for the Mana Beast right now. So that is another thing that's really annoying, is that anything and everything that he throws at you is going to target your character. Yeah, 300 damage from a full charge crit. Another 300. So yeah, Neo's got that fast charge. He's got Luna magic. He's got Moon energy. Yeah, he's going through this boss fight so quickly. He's not wasting time casting more Moon energy. Like, while Flammie is in front of him, he's just dealing damage. Not Flammie. I always call this boss Flammie when I was growing up, because I thought that the Flammie turned into the Mana Beast, and I just misunderstood when they were talking about it's like a big Flammie. It's basically the Mana Beast, and it also kind of like the sprite just kind of looks, you know, they're both dragons. So I thought that at the end that Flammie turned into the Mana Beast and you had to fight Flammie. It was a much more harrowing tale for Little Crash growing up, that I had to fight my friend at the end of the game. But no, it's a completely different thing altogether. So that's why I always called this thing Flammie at the end. All right, we're in our second round of attacks. Piano's still dishing out some damage. Neo, fully charged, poised, waiting. Ready to unleash a bunch of damage here with the boomerang. It's another 330 damage. I mean, that's huge. Having... Oh, wait. Well, timeout. Lucent Beam. Oh! Oh, no. If Neo gets stun-locked with a bunch of spell casts, he's got to heal. There we go. He's got to be allowed to attack. Otherwise, he is boned. Yeah, so now he's just desperately... He's just throwing stuff out there to keep himself leveled up or healed up. All right. We've got a third round of attacks coming through. Both of our runners have dealt very good damage. Piano is holding his own over there, dealing fast charge. I mean, 170 is still good damage, considering there's only about 2,400 health that he needs to get through. But then you take something like that, and it's getting locked down by... Oh, a third Lucid Beam. Oh, no! He's got to get up. Pause. Quick pause. Pause. Oh! Woo! Close call. Only 3 Lucent Beams cast. That could have been it. That could have been game. Oh, and he only is able to get 1 or 2 attacks off. And then he has to wait around for the cycle again. Oh, that's frustrating. Almost dies. And then deals no damage and has to wait for everything to cycle back around. 400 damage dealt by Neo. Huge attack. Here comes the Lucent Beam. Hopefully he can survive the multicast that is going to be going his way. 64 damage is a lot. If he takes 3 hits, he's done. Uh-oh. Panic. Oh my gosh! He gets up and just like stabs the boomerang into the belly of the beast. All right. And the Mana Beast goes down for Neo, being the first to take out the final boss here. Piano, starting with his 4th round of attacks, gets 460 damage. Huge hit. Neo finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, 50 seconds. GG's to Neo. Piano, still in it. Still charging up. Hopefully can release this attack, these charged attacks, before Lucent Beam happens again. And the Mana Beast flies off. It's being very kind and just sitting there and taking shots. Oh, well, I spoke a little too soon. He had a full level 5 charge shot, and then the Mana Beast did exactly what I said he was going to do. He said, Lucent Beam, deuces. I'll see you next cycle. You sit here for 30 seconds and think about life. Oh my gosh, what an ending to this. Wow. Yeah, it just came down to not only having assured crits, but also having a Luna weapon. Even though Neo's Mana Beast had more health, since he was a higher level. Another 200 damage. Hold on. Wait. Oh my gosh. And he gets off the final shot. Piano finishing off his Mana Beast and finishing out the seed. Just a couple minutes behind Neo. What a close race. Oh my gosh. Finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 24 seconds. GG's Piano. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. That axe location. How about that? Going all the way to the back of Northtown Ruins to get that axe. Fire Palace containing Salamando. You'd love to see it. But yeah, Neo going so early to Pure Lands and fighting the first 3 bosses, and the first boss has Luna, absolutely changed the trajectory of this whole seed for him. Being able to not only cast Moon Saber, but also Moon Energy, and only having, for the longest time, only having 1 seed. Very low seed count this time around. So he had to keep casting Moon Energy over and over and over again, because he had, for most of the seed, could only get 2 crits off and then have to recast it. So that sucks. But then finding that second seed, the Wind Seed at Mech 3, allowed him to get 3 crits off. Piano just playing a hell of a seed as well. Not having Luna and still only being behind by, what, a minute and a half? That's huge. Not having Luna and still only being a minute and a half behind is really well played. Really incredible to get through that seed like that. And really making good decisions about, and once again, Rando gonna Rando, very lucky decisions as well, but making good decisions about which areas to clear out in chunks, and it wound up paying off very well. Piano making the most out of those hints, Neo not getting hints and just going and doing the thing. Oh my gosh. Incredible matchup. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was just cool to watch. This one was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching it. I had a lot of fun doing commentary. I hope you had fun watching and listening. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. GG's once again to Neo and Piano, and thank you to both of them for letting me rebroadcast their VODs here for this commentary. Be sure to go and check them out and support them. I've got links to their channels down below in the description of this video. Go and give them follows and likes and whatever else it may be on their particular platform that they are usually part of. Go and support them. They're awesome. Thank you once again for listening. If you would like to play the Secret Mana Randomizer yourself, there's a link below to the website where you can get the program and allow you to generate randomized seeds for yourself. There's also a link to the Discord of the Secret Mana Randomizer community. You can come and hang out and run the weekly seed yourself. We also have challenge seeds that are a little bit more difficult, that are just, can you beat it? It's not necessarily a race, but it is just, getting through the seed. Those are a lot of fun. Those are a little bit more difficult. Can really test your knowledge and your play style of getting through some of that stuff, but also talk to the community here, ask some questions about strategies and everything like that. What bosses have different weaknesses and how to cheese different enemies and bosses and stuff like that by positioning yourself in certain arenas and things like that. A lot of very knowledgeable, very friendly folks here at the Secret Mana Randomizer community in the Discord. That is it. I think I've followed through on everything that I usually do here at the end of these things, so that's it for me. And I'm gonna just say thank you, the listener, one last time. And that is it. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.